Spotmix, technology and market leader in multi-phase feeding for 30 years, in nearly 40 countries worldwide. Spotmix won the Gold Star at Eurotier 1996, now already in its third generation. More than 4,000 systems with over 200,000 feeding stations in nearly 40 countries worldwide speak for themselves.
By now adjusting the piglets by size and giving each kilogram of weaning weight its own feeding curve, feeding can be done more cost-effectively, more environmentally friendly, and also more animal-friendly. Since we made the adjustment, no more diarrhea problems, we were able to reduce the major problem we had in the old barn to zero. That was the best part of the whole feeding system. But as a result, we were also able to save another €2 per piglet.
Spotmix is successful, increases performance and reduces feed costs. The new Spotmix 3 is even more precise and easier to service. Spotmix doses and mixes various individual components or premixes very precisely, down to 10 grams. This includes corn silage and CCM. Can be used as needed. The feed mixtures can be individually created for each feeding station according to the feed curve and are automatically dispensed several times a day. Feed is transported pneumatically to the feeding station and can be dispensed as either dry or wet feed. The new water management system allows you to set the desired dry matter ratio of the feed. Nearly wear-free rotary distributors ensure that the correct feed mixture is always distributed throughout the entire barn. Trough sensors control the dosing times. There is always fresh feed in the trough with optimal dry matter content, which improves feed intake and performance. After each dosing process, the feed line is cleaned. Top hygiene, everything is clean and pure. Spotmix supplies all areas of the barn according to their needs. Piglets, fattening pigs, and sows.
At this location, we rely on the Spotmix system. We feed all kinds of compound feed from farrowing to rearing, fattening pigs and breeding sows. So we have around 10 different components, so about 10 different compound feeds, which we blend and mix everywhere, and supplementing with CCM in farrowing, rearing and fattening barns.
Spotmix is also the specialist for animal welfare pig barns when it comes to dry feed dosing. This can be done using special long trough feed dispensers or via sensor-controlled dry feed dosing in the long trough, so that every pig has its own feeding spot at the beginning. The new Quanto feeding computer is the robust brain of the Spotmix feeding system and can control up to 4 systems simultaneously. Everything at a glance. The new Quanto feeding software allows all functional units to be displayed on one screen, making operation simple and intuitive. Behind this is a modern data management system with export functions and automatic data export to the Schauer cloud. With remote access, you can keep everything under control using your mobile phone as well. Pick Manager Smart is a browser-based app for all mobile devices, allowing you to edit animal and feeding data directly at the pen. The pen number is recorded via an ear tag or NFC tag, which helps prevent input errors. The data is processed in real time on the Quanto feeding computer. With Spotmix, Schauer is also the leading supplier to agricultural research institutes across Europe.
At the State Institute for Pig Breeding in Boxberg, 2 different organic materials were tested. On the one hand, chopped straw was used in a length of about 2 centimeters. Currently, dry corn silage is being used in the trial.
In the meantime, Spotmix Welfare has become established throughout Europe for supplying large pig barns with organic enrichment material and straw. Here, either industrial straw can be used or it can be processed with Strawmatic. With Spotmix Welfare, the quantities to be dispensed can be individually adjusted for each valve. Spotmix Transfer is a new solution for large operations to mix different batches and then distribute them in the barn using a dry feeding system. The Spotmix Multi-Phase Feeding System is also ideally suited for feeding fish in indoor tanks or pond facilities in aquaculture.
We chose the Spotmix feeding system from Schauer, and it has exceeded all our expectations. Additionally, we wanted a feeding system that could also calculate growth and feed according to temperature.
Spotmix Fish is the key technology for one of the most modern indoor fish farming facilities in Eastern Europe, with an annual production of 700 tons of African catfish. Spotmix, successful and leading in multi-phase feeding for 30 years. Spotmix improves performance and reduces feed costs for your success. The new development, Spotmix 3, is now even more precise and user-friendly, and features automatic water management. Thanks to the long trough sensor dry feeding system, Spotmix 3 is also perfectly suited for animal welfare barns in long-tailed pig production.
What we like with the Spotmix is flexibility. The key word is flexibility.